Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today we will enter the world crafted in A Witch Shall Be Born by Robert E. Howard. A Witch Shall Be Born is a novella by Robert E. Howard, originally published in 1934 in Weird Tales. Set in the universe of Conan the Barbarian, it is a classic sword-and-sorcery tale marked by brutal action, dark magic, and political intrigue. The story revolves around treachery, witchcraft, and the indomitable will of its iconic hero, Conan. Plot summary. In the kingdom of Chiron, Queen Taramis awakens from her slumber to a chilling sight, a glowing apparition that materializes into a face, one that mirrors her own. Bewildered and terrified, she watches as the figure steps forward, revealing itself to be her twin sister, Salome. Salome was believed to have died shortly after birth, cursed with the mark of a witch, a blood-red crescent on her chest. However, she survived, raised by dark forces, and now returns to claim the throne of Chiron. With a sneer, Salome reveals her intention to replace Taramis and plunge the kingdom into chaos. As Taramis is thrown into a dungeon, Salome uses her likeness to deceive the people of Chiron, enlisting the aid of Constantius, a ruthless mercenary leader, to consolidate her power. Constantius brings his army of Shemite soldiers, who lay siege to the city, massacring anyone who dares resist. Under Salome's orders, Taramis' loyal guard, Conan the Cimmerian, is captured, tortured, and crucified outside the city. He is left to die, with vultures circling above, but Conan's will to live proves stronger than his torment. Using his immense strength, he snaps the neck of one of the vultures that dares to attack him, and shortly after, a group of desert nomads led by the outlaw chief Aldred Vladislav rescues him from the cross. Healed but seething with a thirst for vengeance, Conan bides his time among the nomads, gaining their respect and eventually rising to a position of leadership. Salome's reign of terror, meanwhile, grows darker as she indulges in sorcery and cruelty, enforcing her rule with an iron fist. The people of Chiron suffer under the yoke of Constantius's brutal army, while the true queen languishes in a dungeon, subjected to Salome's sadistic mockery. Salome's lust for power extends to human sacrifices and unspeakable rituals, further solidifying her control. Months pass, and Conan's strength and influence grow. He learns of a group of Chironian exiles who have taken refuge in the desert, hiding from Constantius's forces. Hardened by oppression, they are desperate for a leader to rally behind. Conan seizes the opportunity, gathering the exiles and forging them into a battle-hardened force. With the nomads under his command and the exiles' fierce loyalty, Conan devises a plan to free Chiron from Salome and Constantius. While Salome revels in her illusion of invincibility, Conan sets his plan into motion. Knowing that a direct assault on Chiron would be futile against Constantius's well-armed mercenaries, he draws the Shemite forces out of the city. Salome, still playing the part of Taramis, is confident in her army's ability to crush any resistance, and she orders Constantius to meet Conan's forces in the open field. In the battle that ensues, Conan's tactical brilliance shines through. Though outnumbered, his army of nomads and Chironian exiles fights with the ferocity of men with nothing left to lose. Conan himself is a whirlwind of destruction, cutting through Constantius's men with savage precision. As the battle rages, the tide turns in favor of Conan's forces, and Constantius is captured. Conan, ever the warrior, takes pleasure in delivering justice, but his focus remains on freeing the city and rescuing the rightful queen. Inside the city, the people grow increasingly uneasy under Salome's tyrannical rule. Taramis, still imprisoned, clings to the hope that someone will come to her aid. As Conan's forces approach Chiron, Salome's cruelty escalates. She summons dark powers in a desperate attempt to maintain control, but her confidence begins to waver as the sounds of battle grow louder outside the city walls. Conan leads the charge into the city, and the citizens of Chiron, inspired by the sight of the legendary warrior, rise up against their oppressors. As Salome's forces crumble, Conan fights his way through the palace to confront the usurper. He finds her in the throne room, her beauty twisted by malice and sorcery. Salome, cornered, attempts to use her magic to destroy Conan, but her dark powers are no match for his brute strength. In a final, desperate act, she calls upon the demon she had kept hidden in the temple, a creature born of ancient magic. The monstrous entity bursts forth, but Conan, ever fearless, meets it head-on. A brutal struggle ensues, with Conan using both his sword and his cunning to outmaneuver the beast. With a powerful strike, he slays the creature, and Salome, her dark magic broken, falls to her knees. Her once regal face is now contorted with fear as Conan advances on her. With swift and merciless precision, Conan ends her life, freeing Chiron from her wicked grasp. In the aftermath, Conan rescues Taramis from her dungeon, restoring her to the throne. The people of Chiron rejoice, and the city begins the slow process of healing from the horrors inflicted upon it. Taramis, grateful for Conan's heroism, offers him a place of honor, but the Cimmerian, ever the wanderer, declines. His thirst for adventure calls him elsewhere, and he rides off into the desert, leaving the kingdom of Chiron to rebuild in peace. As the sun sets over the horizon, Conan disappears into the wilderness, his legend growing with each step, while the kingdom he saved remembers him as the hero who returned to free them from the clutches of darkness. Hope you enjoyed that. If you're curious about what happens next, explore the rest of Conan the Barbarian series by Robert E. Howard. Find them in the description or search Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Robert E. Howard's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.